Have you ever seen someone's photos and wondered what their life might have been like? Karen Carpenter's pictures tell a story that words sometimes cannot. She was not just a singer with a voice that could touch anyone's heart. She was also a person whose life had struggles and triumphs that her fans never fully saw. Karen Carpenter was born in 1950 in New Haven, Connecticut. She grew up in a family that loved music. Even as a little girl, she showed a special gift for singing and playing the drums. When you look at her childhood photos, you see a normal, happy child. But if you look closer, you notice the focus and seriousness in her eyes. Even at a young age, she seemed to carry a lot inside her. As a teenager, Karen started performing with her brother, Richard. They formed the group the Carpenters. Looking at her photos from this time, you can see a mix of excitement and nervousness. She was stepping into the world, preparing to share her talent with millions. These pictures show a young woman ready to face challenges, even though she might not have known exactly what was ahead. Then come the stage photos. Karen Carpenter on stage is unforgettable. You see her with a microphone, sometimes smiling, sometimes lost in the music. These photos capture her voice in a frozen moment. But beyond the singing, you also see the pressure. Karen was known for being shy and private, and standing in front of thousands of people was not always easy for her. Her photos show both the performer everyone loved and the person behind the music, who sometimes struggled with fear and doubt. There are also candid photos, those taken when she was not performing. In these pictures, Karen looks relaxed, sometimes playful, sometimes serious. These photos give a peek into her real life. You can see her with family and friends, enjoying small moments. But if you look carefully, some of these pictures hint at her struggles with health and self-image. They are quiet reminders that even someone who seems perfect in public can face private battles. Karen Carpenter also posed for magazines. Some of these images show her in stylish outfits, with carefully done hair and makeup. At first glance, they look glamorous. But Karen herself was never someone who chased fame for its own sake. Her smile in these photos often carries a softness, a hint of shyness, showing that even in posed pictures, her real personality comes through. You can see that she was genuine, someone who connected with people through her music more than her appearance. Some of the most fascinating photos are the rare personal ones, the ones fans might never have seen before. These show Karen at home, practicing her drums, reading a book, or just sitting quietly. Looking at these images, you get a sense of who she really was, thoughtful, talented, and sometimes quietly struggling. These photos leave little to the imagination about the complexity of her life. She was more than a star. She was a person with emotions, dreams, and fears. When you put all these photos together, from childhood to her adult years, you can see her story unfold. You see a girl who loved music, a teenager stepping into the spotlight, a young woman becoming one of the most beloved singers of her time. And you also see the challenges she faced, including her health and personal struggles. The photos are like chapters of a book that show her life in a way words alone cannot. If there is one thing that connects all her photos, it is her eyes. Her eyes show so much emotion, joy, sadness, curiosity, and sometimes loneliness. They tell us that Karen Carpenter was more than just her voice or her looks. She was human, with all the feelings and struggles that come with being human. Even in her final performances, Karen Carpenter's photos show strength and dedication. You can see her giving everything she had to the music, connecting with the audience, and sharing her gift with the world. These images remind us that she left behind more than songs. She left memories, inspiration, and a story captured forever in photographs. Looking at Karen Carpenter's photos, we see a full life, both the public and private sides. We see joy and struggle, fame and privacy, performance and personal moments. Each photo leaves little to the imagination about the beauty and complexity of her life. Her pictures remind us that behind every famous face is a story, and sometimes that story is deeper than we ever imagined. So, the next time you see an old photo of Karen Carpenter, remember it is not just a picture. It is a glimpse into a life that touched millions, a life full of music, feelings, and unforgettable moments. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more stories told through photos, stay connected for more.